Man, it's been a long time.
Did you miss us?
Yes.
All right, question. Did this happen? Did this happen last year?
No,
You guys take a week off?
no, we started later.
All right.
So
What do you expect out of the guys then with the week off?
um, I'm expecting our guys to come back and continue the progress that we made in the first part of spring ball. Get the spring. The last couple of days we got the spring break out of them. Ran around a little bit and got ourselves back in football shape, and looking forward to our guys going out and competing.
Going back and evaluating what you saw in the first half of spring, I guess, what did you like and what are things you guys need to tighten up here in the second half?
Well, I like the things that we're doing schematically on both sides of the ball. And now I think as we finish these last 7 practices, we got to sharpen up the things that we're doing from technique and again, fundamental standpoint, and then making sure we have the right guys in the right place to be able to accomplish the things that we want to get accomplished.
With this offense, the way you guys run things in the pro style seems like they're different concepts. But with like Oklahoma and Baker Mayfield and now Kyler Murray might be first overall pick, is there more crossover between the styles that you and the Browse family runs and what can translate to the next level to help recruit these kids?
Well, I think that's just the way the game of football is going. You're seeing, I guess you call it spread. I mean, it's all kinds of spread concepts, but the RPO game that people are doing, and you're seeing it in the NFL as well. And again, you get athletes in space and allow them to do what they do. When you have some really good athletes, it's pretty good, And when you have a really good quarterback to get the ball to them, it can cause you problems.
Have you seen, I know when Akeem Dent came in, you spoke highly of him.
Hmm.
With a week or two to see him, is he kind of living up to what you thought he would be? I know it's only a little bit of time you've seen him.
Yeah, he's out competing and he's making plays like we expected him to make, and he's making mistakes too. So I think he's about exactly what we felt like he would be at this time, and it's just good to see the young man come out and compete and being able to make the plays that he's making so early. Now can you continue to do those things consistently, and can you continue to stay hungry to compete for a job?
You mentioned competition. I think you talked about that with Dante Lucas too. Is that kind of
Hmm.
a theme with this class? What you try to look for?
Well, yeah, I mean that's the culture that we're trying to bring here. Is a highly competitive environment, and you do that by continuing to recruit really good players to come in and compete for jobs, and guys understand they have an opportunity to win a job. And to me, that's when we're going to have something special here, when that environment is that way, and that's why you come here is to come and compete and play at a high level.
Speaking of the secondary, how's Jaden been doing as far as getting back from his injury and then also just adjusting back to being safety?
Well, Jaden's doing well. Again, he's not out actually doing physical football work because of his shoulder, but seeing him in rehab and the way he's training from that standpoint, I think he's farther ahead than what most would be. But um, Jaden is taking advantage of every opportunity he can to learn football. I mean, if he's not practicing, he's in there watching film, and he's in individual drills and just um, whatever we can allow him to do, whatever his shoulder allow him to do, we let him do, and he's taking advantage of it.
Are you seeing early benefits? I see David Kelly over there. Having him full time now, as opposed to last year, being able to focus on recruiting and doing that. Are you already seeing some of the benefits of that?
I am, and that's important, and David's really good at it, So I think whenever you can just focus on one thing, you can do a better job at it, and I think that's ultimately going to help us overall. While he's focusing on recruiting and helping our coaches find some really good football players.
Does that take a little bit off of you guys during a spring practice when you're focused on football to give him a little bit more so he can handle some of those duties you guys might normally have?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say take a little bit off because we don't ever stop recruiting, and I just think it helps organize things and allow our coaches to be more efficient in their work, But that recruiting don't ever stop. It's like brushing your teeth and combing your hair. As soon as you do stop, you start to look bad.
How much do you enjoy hosting the coaching clinics and just getting to talk shop and work with the high school coaches and people of that sort?
I love it. It's an opportunity to talk ball. You'll be amazed how much we learn from high school coaches and some of the things they're doing. But it's always great when you can get around colleagues and talk football and learn, and you can't ever stop learning And when we have an opportunity to provide that, it's great to have them here on our campus and talk ball.
On your show, you mentioned trust and wanting the players to trust and not knowing if they trusted you fully last year. How do you know when that's happened? And has that been not a problem, but an issue every time you take over a program?
It is, because it's new and no one knows anything. And I say trust, that goes both ways, where we trust the players and the players trust us, and that just comes with time, and you really don't know your team or anything until you go through the fight, which we did, and you understand your team better, and your team understand you better, and I think that comes with time and building relationships, and sometimes it's quicker than others. You just don't know. But I think with our guys, I'm seeing it this off season, and our guys aren't afraid to come and talk and about issues, and I'm seeing them around our office a lot more, and that's really nice. But just the way they've been, and a lot of it just because they understand what we're doing a lot better too. And again, they're around us, and we all know each other a lot better. So, but that comes with time.
Is that even maybe more important than schematic stuff and install when guys believe and trust and have that?
Oh, absolutely. And again, that trust is everybody. Them trusting each other as well, but that's a big part of the chemistry, team chemistry, staff chemistry. The chemistry of all of it is huge. Without that, the schematic part won't even work. You can have individual success, but as a team, it's got to be together, and that's so important that we get everybody together.
Kendall out there now for a couple weeks of practice. How smooth has that transition been?
It's been great. I think what's really helped is our guys understanding the tempo. They've been through it, so now coming, and the tempo's faster than what we've done before, but just understanding things. You look at, from a receiver standpoint, we got a lot of young guys over there, and there's a lot of learning going on throughout the season as well, and you watch them throughout spring ball, it's night and day, just how they operate and just running and catching the football without thinking. It's been pretty cool to see, and coach is simple, and his approach and his way of teaching, and it's helping our guys.
How about with Ron? It's been a few years since you coached with Ron. Has he changed, developed a lot as a coach, or what have you kind of seen difference, or is he the same coach as always been?
Well, there's a lot of things that he's the same, and I don't think would change. I just think from a professional standpoint, he's changed, and just watching how he interacts in meetings with our coaches has been a joy to see, and seeing that he's growing as a coach from that standpoint, and on the football field and with his players. That haven't changed. He's energetic. He's excited. He's disciplined, and he's loving. He's demanding, and our guys appreciate it. But we're getting the results that we want from it too on the football field, and that's good to see.
How much fun do you have watching the basketball team?
Oh, that's awesome. Again, you talk about chemistry. When you watch that team, you see they have that team chemistry. I saw that when they played Virginia Tech here, and they were down at home, and the way they fought back said a lot to me about that basketball team. And they have some guys that look like they can play football too. But it said a lot about what Coach Hamilton has built here with his program, and those guys are winners, and they together, and they believe, and they're going all the way.
Completely different sport, but can you relate it to your own program and maybe relate that to your players?
Oh, absolutely. We talk about it whenever we have a team meeting, and I talk to our guys, did you watch the basketball game tonight, and we talk about that chemistry, and you seeing how you could tell it's an unselfish basketball team too. All the guys, they rotate in there off the bench, but there's a standard. When those guys come off, there's no let off, and that's what we're trying to build here, have that standard and have that unselfish play and play as a team, and when we do that, and when any team does that, you have a lot of success. All right, see y'all.